Warm greetings and welcome once again to Slim Talks by Anil Fernandez. In the last video, we discussed about the soft skill pillars for new age marketeers. Taking this further, we will discuss today the 5 soft skills pillars that are so critical for success in sales. So, what is it that separates a good salesperson from a great salesperson? Well, it's not just alone in managing the data related to sales and related to each customers, but it also lies in development of critical soft skills, particularly in the areas of developing a knack for building customer relationships, for understanding the finer nuances driving the need of the customers, and tailoring your messages specifically in relation to the need of the customer to adopt a solution-centric approach to address customer pain points. In this talk, we will go ahead and discuss the 5 key pillars. Firstly, you cannot be a successful salesperson if you do not empathize with your customers. Empathy is all about connecting with the heart and the mind of your customer, for putting yourself in the shoes of your customer and understanding very clearly what your customer is thinking and feeling. When you are one with your customer in terms of thoughts, words, and action, it is then that you are able to drive compelling value propositions to really understand the need of each customers and tailor your solutions in relation to the need. So remember, empathy is all about seeing with the eyes of the customer, listening with the ears of the customer, and feeling with the heart of the customer. Be one with the customer, connect to the customer, and understand the customer in depth before doing anything else in the sales conversation. Remember, in the sales conversation, as a sales professional, you are a friend, but at the same time, the sales conversation has to be an engaging professional talk. And it is here that the most successful salesperson are able to draw a very clear line of distinction between both the personal and the professional approaches in terms of conversation with their customers. So it could be that maybe you have some kind of a disagreement with the customer. It doesn't mean that every time you've got to say yes to a customer. There could be times when there are areas where you could decline some of the requests of your customer, be firm and be assertive. So it's not so much about giving in as in being friendly, as much as it is in terms of drawing the balance between being friendly and between controlling the sales conversation. Remember, as a sales rep, you are the consultant for the solutions that you are offering. And therefore, it is imperative that you adopt a true consultative approach, the empathy in terms of understanding the problem or the pain points, and the professionalism in terms of tailoring your need to the needs of your customer. So this fine balance is absolutely critical to ensure that you don't stray away from the direction in which you strive to create that much needed impact from your customer in terms of eliciting the much needed prescription response. Very important, as I said, if there is no value, there is no relationship. If there is no value, there is no transaction and there is no conversation. So friends, try to get away from plain transaction to an approach that is truly value-centric, that is truly customer-centric. So it is here that you've got to be very adept in the art of asking the right kind of questions to your customers, so that through these questions, you are able to understand the intricacies in which your customer manages their patients and how your molecule or your product fits into the realm of the solution towards addressing that kind of a problem. So you've got to be very adept and skillful in the art of probing your customers so that you get the right lead in terms of understanding what exactly is the need of your customer, the need that's satisfied as well as the need that's unmet, so that you work on that need which is unmet in terms of the attributes and the benefits of your product and converting those attributes and benefits into true value that the customer perceives as a value added solution to the pain points that they are confronted with in their day to day practice. So, friends, you've got to be very skillful in the art of asking the right questions. And as a consultant, you've got to be very knowledgeable and you've got to relate to the doctor in terms of the same wavelength and same mindset so that the customer is truly able to perceive the value behind the solution that you offer. Be solution centric, be value centric, and be customer centric. That's the third mantra. So, friends, it's very important that you build relationships on trust. And trust is built on your knowledge and on your expertise. So, this also means that you convert your knowledge and adopt an approach with a contrarian mindset in the eyes of the customer. So, here you have to be very, very professional and very skillful in the art of maintaining a contrarian mindset while building trust. Now, what do I mean by this? Take, for example, during your probing or during your interview, you find out that the treatment algorithm which the customer is adopting is not consistent with the guidelines. So, here you have to be very skillful and very careful in terms of how you navigate, in terms of making the customer realize the gaps in their current approach. And once they are able to truly visualize the gaps in relation to the guidelines that drives patient management, they are able to have trust in you with the kind of knowledge that you're able to disseminate with confidence in your product and in your molecule for that particular patient segment, for that particular disease, where the doctor is confronted with this particular challenge or with this particular pain point. So when you disagree, you have to disagree without being disagreeable so that the customer perceives it as true knowledge that is passed on to her in terms of managing the patient segment much better than what they are currently managing to help improve outcomes. So these are the solutions you can provide while maintaining a contrarian mindset and building trust through your knowledge, through your capability, and through your experience. So knowledge is having the right answer, but to ask the right question, you need to have intelligence. So please keep this in mind. And fifth and most important, as a professional sales rep, you've got to be coachable and you've got to be adaptable. When I say coachable, it means that you've got to be open to understanding the gap in skills that you have, to constantly keep on reassessing your performance, to look at what are the areas where you have performed well and what have been the drivers of this performance, and what are those areas where you have not been able to perform well, and what are the gaps that are coming in the way in terms of establishing a superior performance. So quantify these gaps, try to understand the nuances of these gaps and the limitations, be very open and be very adaptive. Take the viewpoints of your coaches, of your teachers, of your trainers, of your superiors in terms of truly understanding where you need to improve and what are the steps that you need to do in order to improve so that you are able to become more effective in the sales conversation, more effective and more skillful in the art of building your relationships, of controlling conversations, and delivering value to your customers. Remember, friends, times have changed today. What was driving performance 10 years back is not driving performance today. The situation has gone a sea change. In today's era, the entire area of customer interface has undergone a sea change. It is technology that is ruling. How technologically adept are you in terms of engaging your customer, in terms of understanding your customer responses, in terms of understanding the level of engagement of your customers, what are the needs and what are the wants of your customers, and tailoring specific and customized solutions after understanding your customer in depth through technology and its landscape and its implications to the imperative that you need to do in order to respond to today's changes in today's world. So, friends, remember the 5 soft skills for success in sales. The first, as I said, is to draw a balance between being personal and being professional. So connect to the heart and mind of the customer and lead a very professional, engaging conversation. Be empathetic. Balance between being friendly and controlling the flow of your conversation. Value is inseparable. So value is something that is an intersection of the need of the customer with your capability. And you have to be skillful in terms of dissecting the need so that you are able to match your capability to the need as a value. Build trust with a contrarian mindset. The principle here is to disagree without being disagreeable and winning the heart of your customer to build long-term loyalty. And finally, be coachable and adaptable, for this is the key to build your path to career progression. While you excel in your current role, you also develop the mindset and the skills for the next role. So, friends, I hope you find these 5 tips very useful. And next time, when you're trying to charter a path of success, please do remember these soft skills and integrate them into the ethos of your work ethic. So friends, remember, if you like my content on Slim Talks, please do like, please do share, and please do give your valuable comments. Thank you very much for the time that you have spent in engaging with me on this module on 5 soft skills for success in sales. And I do hope it will go a long way in terms of establishing the foundation for more success and greater glory in your sales career. Thank you very much and have a successful time ahead.